The NHRA finals are just hours away, but before the first engine even fires up, a new chapter in motorsport history is already being written. Racing legend Tony Stewart and his wife, Top Fuel star Leah Pruett, are holding their first child in their arms. Dominic James. Dom Stewart makes his grand entrance into the world on the same morning as the sport's biggest race. It sounds like a movie script. A baby born at dawn on race day. A father who also happens to be one of the most accomplished drivers in history, rushing from the hospital to the track. And by the end of that very weekend, Tony Stewart is not just a brand new dad, he's crowned NHRA Rookie of the Year. Think about that for a second. In the span of just a few days, Stewart earned two of the most important titles of his life, Father and Rookie of the Year. For fans, for fellow racers, for anyone who's ever balanced work and family, it felt like the perfect collision of destiny and timing. But the story doesn't end at Pomona. In fact, that was only the beginning. Back in June 2024, when Tony and Leah first announced they were expecting, the motorsports world was buzzing. Fans loved the idea of these two powerhouse athletes, both fierce competitors in their own right, taking on their most personal challenge yet, parenthood. 4. Tony Stewart, who's won across NASCAR, IndyCar, sprint cars, and now NHRA, this was an entirely new kind of adventure. Fast forward to mid-2025, and Tony couldn't hide his joy. In interviews, he talked about how much fun fatherhood had been. He even admitted that he wished they had started a family sooner, describing being a dad as a blast. For a man who has dedicated his life to speed, precision, and competition, there was something deeply human about hearing him gush about bottles, baby laughs, and late-night routines. But then came the moment that really surprised people. In March 2025, Tony made it clear in an interview that, despite his legendary status in motorsports, he and Leah were not planning to push their son into racing. They had already agreed Dom would get to choose his own path. If he wanted to race, great. If not, that was perfectly fine too. That philosophy stopped people in their tracks. After all, when your parents are Tony Stewart and Leah Pruett, it would be easy to assume racing is in your blood. Fans expected a miniature fire suit and a steering wheel in his crib. But instead, what Tony and Leah showed the world was something far more powerful. They were choosing presence over pressure, love over legacy. They were building a life, not just a brand. And then came the moment that made everyone laugh and fall in love with the Stewarts all over again. In March 2025, at Indianapolis, NASCAR reporter Kelly Crandall shared a photo that instantly went viral. Tony Stewart, still in his NHRA fire suit, clutching a stuffed animal, bending down to cheer on his son in a toddler race. The photo spread like wildfire across social media. People couldn't believe that the same man who had stared down legends on the racetrack was now crouching on the floor, stuffed toy in hand, trying to motivate his baby boy to waddle a little faster. But Leah gave fans an even closer look. On her Instagram, she posted a clip of the scene. Little Dom, in a walker, wearing a custom Stewart jersey, grinning as his dad urged him forward with that plush toy. It wasn't about lap times or finish lines. It was about a father and a son sharing a moment that melted away the fire and steel of racing and replaced it with pure, simple love. That image, Tony Stewart, the legend, coaxing his son forward with a toy, captured hearts everywhere. It reminded fans that behind every helmet, behind every trophy, behind every roaring engine, there's a human being who laughs, who loves, who lives for moments far bigger than any checkered flag. What makes this story so special isn't just the timing of it all. It's the balance. Tony Stewart went from being Rookie of the Year on the drag strip to Rookie of the Year in fatherhood, all in the same season. One rookie title you can earn with horsepower, grit, and reflexes. The other? That one takes sleepless nights, patience, and a lot of stuffed animals. And maybe that's the point. Legends aren't just built in victory lanes or on championship podiums. Sometimes they're built in nurseries, in the middle of the night, holding a bottle instead of a steering wheel. Sometimes they're built in quiet family decisions, like letting your child carve his own destiny instead of forcing him into yours. For Tony Stewart, his greatest legacy may not be the championships, the wins, or even the Rookie of the Year award he picked up in Pomona. His greatest legacy might just be the way he chooses to be a dad, the way he shows up, both on the track and at home, stuffed toy in hand, cheering for his newest rookie. It's easy to remember the roar of engines and the smell of burning rubber. But what fans will never forget is that one viral image, a racing icon in his fire suit, kneeling down, eyes full of love, coaching his baby boy through his first race. And maybe that's the most important race Tony Stewart has ever been a part of. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like this video so more racing fans can hear it. Subscribe for more inspiring stories from the world of motorsport. And in the comments, tell us, what's your favorite Tony Stewart memory on or off the track? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next lap.